So you'll be good. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another Thursday night edition of Cranberry Baseball League action. Cam Sibert, Joey Aliberti for WMUA Sports, bringing you all the action all year long. And tonight, we've got a great matchup in store. The Bourne Mariners get to take on this powerhouse team, the Braintree White Sox. The White Sox come in 15-1 today. Mariners on a bit of a hot streak themselves, 9-7-1 right now. And of course, a few more games, Joey, before we get to that playoff format, the College World Series playoff format. That takes place next week. Last game of the regular season is this Sunday. Joe, it's great to have you back. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well, Cam, on this beautiful Thursday evening. Couldn't pick a better night for a little baseball, especially between the top two teams right now in this Cranberry League. Bourne fighting for that one seed in the other bracket. Rockland really already has that locked up with only one loss in the column for
Braintree,
them.
right?
Braintree, yeah. And, I mean, Braintree's just been a freight train this entire season, only losing and just recently. So
yeah, the word around town is 10 of 11 championships. The last 11 championships, they've won 10 of them, but the team that kind of got in there and messed with that record was Bourne. In fact, they won, I believe it was back in 2016. Could be wrong about that. That's just kind of the rumors you hear throughout the dugout. So I do know that Braintree has won 10 of the last 11 championships. So they're kind of the dynasty.
That sounds a little 1950s Boston Celtics-esque right there.
Oh, I like that. Nice memento there. So we'll go through the lineups here. And, of course, Bourne will be the home team, so they'll be on the field first. Batting, of course, is Braintree, and we'll go down the lineup. Leading off, Kyle Levine. Batting second, Mike Muir. Will Brennan after him. Jordan Enos batting cleanup. Matt Nicholson batting fifth. Matt Muir, the brother of Mike, batting sixth. Seventh, Ricky Smith. Chris Hartery after him. And then rounding things out, Eric Turgeon will be batting ninth. And on the hill for the Mariners, Jay Morris. Morris has thrown in 5 games. He's pitched for 11 innings. He's allowed 7 hits, 5 runs. And he's walked 7 batters with 10 strikeouts. And with that said, we're getting ready here for the first pitch. See if we can't turn on the scoreboard here and get things set a little bit. But Kyle Levine steps in and gets ready to face the first pitch here from Jay Morris. From the windup, fastball in the dirt for a ball. Joe, I'm going to leave the scoreboard duties up to you. You think you can handle it?
I sure do. Shouldn't be too daunting of a task.
1-0 pitch to Levine. Just misses high for ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Quickly ahead is Levine. Swinging at this one. Dribbler in the gap over near second base. It gets by Rondeau out there for a leadoff single from Kyle Levine.
Yeah, just a awkward spot for the ball. Both the second and first baseman took a step at it, and then they both backed away thinking that the other man had it, and obviously that's how he got on base right there.
Mariners are shaking things up in the field a little bit. We'll do our best to try to identify each player. Rondeau is definitely out there at second base.
Yeah, you can tell by that red, white, and blue arm sleeve he's got on his right arm right there.
First pitch from Morris there to Mike Muir, misses high for ball 1. So quickly a runner on first base. Of course, like I've mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Braintree, a powerhouse team. They come in at 15-1. Mariners might have their hands full. Here's one belted towards center field. Out there to make the play, I believe is Mitch Lundholm. Gets under it casually and makes the first out of the inning. How's the scoreboard coming, Joe? I actually wish I could help you, but it's not my field of expertise. So after Muir flies out to center field, it brings up Will Brennan. Be out there at shortstop today. Left-handed hitting Brennan steps in, and Morris gets ready to deal from the stretch. Still have Levine over there at first base. First pitch high for ball 1. Yeah, again, I mean, the dynasty of the White Sox. Joe, you said you went over in the dugout and it seemed like there's some older men in there, huh?
Yeah, they do not seem they're made up of a team of college kids. It seems more along the college graduate lines, which is, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Bourne themselves have have some graduates. Dan Cook, one of their better players, is a graduate of Western Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean, the Cranberry Baseball League definitely has plenty of talent. Here's one popped up in the infield. It looks like the third baseman will call everyone off and make the play. I want to say that's Drew Boley. I'm not exactly sure. Unfortunately, we aren't sure right now. So with 2 down, it brings in the cleanup hitter, Jordan Enos. He will be playing first base when things switch over. Levine still over at first.
Enos with 17 RBIs this year. That leads Braintree, which
Runner going to second base. The throw down looked like it was in time, but the tag just not quite in time. So Levine will steal second base with 2 down.
that's a close call, Cam. I myself thought that was out. He he didn't really make it in time by the time Rondeau had that in his hand, but I guess the ump had a better look at it than we did.
Yeah, Rondeau comes over from second base to make the tag down there. It looked like the throw was in time, just couldn't quite get the tag in. So now a runner in scoring position for Enos. Nice fastball from Morris there, got him swinging. Like you said, a beautiful evening here in Acushnet, Massachusetts at Pope Park. Sun starting to cast down. The lights are already on. Another pitch misses high. Morris seems to be kind of letting him slide above the strike zone.
Yep. As I was saying before about Jordan Enos's 17 RBIs, that is leading the Cranberry League so far this season. And in second place is his teammate that was just up, Will Brennan. So the 3-4 hitter is quite the deadly combo for putting some runs in to put up the score.
Yeah, a lot of leaders in a lot of statistical categories coming from this Braintree team. The guy you mentioned there, yeah, he's coming up in a little bit actually. Matt Muir batting .400. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But here's Morris still from the stretch trying to get out of this inning with no damage done. 2 down, runner on second base. Here's his pitch. Fouled away. Yeah, and Enos is a big guy. Looks like he can hit for power.
Yeah, the stats show he
does
sure
have
can.
a dinger this year. A couple of dingers on the lineup. Will Brennan with 2 of them, same as James Garnett. But the Mariners not shy to home runs either. The last game we were at on Sunday, DiMatteo, who is not in the lineup right now, he put one well into the trees in center field.
He did indeed.
Dan Cook, the leadoff guy playing tonight, he also hit a home run in that one. Morris from the stretch, curveball fouled away.
I'm intrigued to know why DiMatteo isn't in the lineup. They're probably the Mariners' best hitter.
Yeah.
And he's not playing against the best team in the league.
Some of these guys work, Joe. They're not on salary, most of them.
That is very true.
He might have had something else going on. Still 2 down, runner on second. Morris's pitch there misses low, and the runner is going to take third base and doesn't even have to slide over there. It's Casala behind home plate. Can pick up on the audio cues from the dugout and tell you that.
Yeah, runners on both the corners here with Matt Nicholson coming up. Probably a great scoring opportunity for the White Sox early on. Something that isn't an unfamiliar sight.
No, for sure. Been in this position before. Now runners on the corners with 2 down. Things staying just as difficult, I guess, for Morris. Again, from the stretch. First pitch, breaking ball. In for strike 1. Good looking pitch there.
Yeah, this would be a huge save if Morris could get out of this batter with no damage done on the scoreboard.
Right, and at the beginning of the year, the topic of conversation at times was second pitch misses for a ball was the Mariners' offensive attack, and it taking a little while to get going in games. I think they'll definitely need it to be early and often here tonight.
Yeah, I remember when we went to that first game in Abington against the South Shore Diamond Dogs there, their run scored was about 6 in 4 games, and it was something terrible like that. But now they've put up their runs to be higher than their runs against, which is pretty huge from the spot they were at after the first 4 games of the year.
So it brings up Matt Nicholson. Takes a ball there. Trying to see what the count is here. Full or 2-2, I'm sorry. With 2 down here for Nicholson.
Another interesting stat. Bourne's still third worst in scoring in the Cranberry.
Here's a pass ball behind home plate, and Levine will come home standing up for the first run of this game.
Yeah, tough break for Bourne right there. But as I was saying before, Bourne has the third lowest runs allowed, or runs scored, I should say, throughout these Cranberry games that they've played so far. I think it's 17 now, but they're still second place in the standings, Cam.
Yeah, we can check on that real quick.
I think Bourne is around 66, and
first pitch fouled away there from Matt Muir. Or actually, I'm sorry, it's still Matt Nicholson batting.
And if we want to look at the runs scored compared to Braintree, Braintree's actually scored 100 runs this year, only allowing 31. The run differential is 69. The second highest in the Cranberry League is 15, just to show you how dominant they really are.
So they got their first loss not long ago, and as I say that, Jay Morris with a nice pitch there catches the upper part of the strike zone for strike 3 and ends the top half of the first inning. Not before the White Sox were able to get a run across. Now the Mariners will have to turn up the bats and try to get things going a little early on. Maybe get themselves some support. But on the mound for the White Sox will be Riley Sorensen. See, we can't tell you about Riley.
I'm assuming he's not going to be a pushover if they've only allowed 31 runs on the year. I think that's good for about.
So Sorensen has thrown in 3 games. He's recorded 2 wins. Only pitched. Oh, actually, has pitched 10 innings. Allowed 5 hits, 1 run, and has walked 2 batters with 15 strikeouts. So.
Yeah, you could argue the Braintree defense has been more impressive than the Braintree offense, only allowing 31 runs, as I said before, and just that's 16 less than anyone else in this league. So it's not like it's just a one-way show for this White Sox team. They're just such a well-rounded team that it's pretty tough to stop.
Yeah, definitely seems that way. Almost everyone on the field, from just judging off the warm-ups, looks like they're pretty adept at fielding. But don't count out the Mariners just yet. It's obviously still the first inning.
Yeah.
Their leadoff man has been doing real well this year, Dan Cook. See if he can't provide a spark early on.
I think that loss to Weymouth really could spark some confidence in the rest of the teams of the Cranberry League, just to know that they lost, and they lost not even in a close game. It was 8-0, Cam. So they sure can struggle sometimes. They're not a perfect team.
Right, and who's the loss to? I apologize.
Weymouth.
Okay. Shamrock's a good hitting team as well. One of those teams that the Mariners trying to fend off right now for the first seed come playoff time, and we're about ready to go here in the bottom of the first. Dan Cook stepping in to face Sorensen. First pitch from the windup, fastball low.
I feel like a broken record every time I talk about Dan Cook's on-base percentage, but it's just insane how impressive he is on getting on base. I think he leads the league in walks at the moment, and the on-base percentage, I don't have it exactly right now.
Took that second pitch for strike 1. 1-1 pitch inside for a strike. Wow. Must have caught the corner there, and I couldn't tell.
Yeah, Dan Cook with a 542 on base percentage at the moment.
Swinging at the 1-2 pitch, fouls it away. Might have caught that one off the end of the bat.
Yeah, he did for sure. His hand got a little stinger there.
Yeah, nothing worse than that. Probably a little better using the wood bats here in the Cranberry Baseball League. If that was a metal bat, I'm assuming it would hurt even more. So 1-0. Leadoff man at the plate right now in the bottom of the first for the Mariners. It's Cook. Takes a pitch low there. Even things up at 2 apiece. Be swinging at anything close. 2-2 pitch. In there for strike 3. Watched it go by and just caught the bottom part of the plate. So quickly 1 down for Sorensen.
Yeah, you can tell he's not too happy about that. That's his 8th strikeout of the year, and he was pretty disappointed about I don't know if it was about the call or his decision making, but obviously just walking off the plate in an annoyed mood.
Brings Noah Holland to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Let's see if we can't tell you about Noah. I know this one's fouled out of territory, into foul territory, I should say. I know you really like Noah's batting stance, Joey. You seem to comment on that.
Yeah, it's pretty distinct, just in the sense of how low he gets and how small he makes his strike zone. I feel like that's an interesting strategy.
Holland has been to the plate 27 times this year. He's got 5 hits. Trying to add to that total right now. This one's inside, and he pops it over towards left center field. Nice play there by the left fielder to call off his shortstop and make the catch. I believe it's Matt Nicholson over there in left. Actually, number 31. We'll see what we got there. It's actually Kyle Levine over in left. Doing our best with the information allotted to us. So now Mitch Lundholm. Imagine if it was Mitch Moreland. That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting matchup for these Braintree White Sox to face him.
Takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 pitch. In for a strike on the outside part. Make it 1-1 with 2 down. Sorensen trying to go 3 up and 3 down. Here he is from the windup. Delivery low for a ball. 2-1. Definitely some solid velocity on the pitches from Sorensen. He's throwing that fastball.
Yeah, to say the least.
That one in for a strike as well. The outside part of the plate being favored pretty heavily by the ump.
Yeah, he's painting the corners, and the ump is pretty lenient on those corners.
Filling in the paint. 2-2 pitch. That one misses to fill up the count. Payoff pitch here to try to go 1-2-3 for Riley Sorensen. Chopped down the third base line. It looks like it's in play. That one's going to get down, and Lundholm's got a chance for a double bases. He'll head into second base standing up. Nice piece of hitting there to put it into opposite field. And now the Mariners with a runner in scoring position with 2 down.
Great hit by Lundholm there. You really couldn't have placed that any better. Hitting down to the left, just getting right inside that foul baseline, and kind of confusing Kyle Levine. I think he thought himself that it was going to be in a foul territory, but ended up being fair and resulting in that stand-up double.
Yeah, and maybe he was shading over towards the other side of the field. Wasn't expecting the push hit there, and yeah, just enough to sneak into fair territory and get down. So a nice double there from Lundholm. Gives Drew Boley an opportunity here to try to tie things up. Takes his first pitch for a strike. Boley batting cleanup, of course. The Mariners can use all the runs they can get.
For sure.
0-1 pitch with 2 down. Sorensen from the stretch now. This one's chopped over towards first base. Will it stay in play? Climbing the wall, but not enough room over there. That was Jordan Enos. Would have saw that one on Sports Center tomorrow.
Yeah, that could have been a top 10 play right there.
Mike Trout climbing the wall. 0-2. See what Sorensen's got in his bag of tricks here. Trying to get a punch out and get out of this bottom half of the first. From the stretch, runs it up on the hands, but Boley able to foul it off and stay alive.
Boley with 8 hits this year on 28 at-bats, making for a 286 batting average, along with, I think it's 9 strikeouts.
He hit a grand slam when we were there, I can tell you that.
He did.
That one was long gone over the left field wall. 0-2 pitch. Misses high. Took a little check swing at it, but he didn't go. Sorensen trying to get him to chase, but good patience and a good eye from Boley. So now the 1-2 count. Sorensen again from the stretch. And that misses for a ball. From our angle up here, that looks like it's right down the middle of the plate. But
You think so? I thought that was a little low.
yeah,
I did.
I think we must just have different vantage points.
Must.
So 2-2-2. Still a runner over on 2, a.k.a. second base. See if Boley can't drive him in. Takes that one right down the heart, and that'll do it for strike 3. So Sorensen able to get out of the inning. Runner stranded on second base, and it's still 1-0 here in Acushnet, Massachusetts. Cranberry Baseball League action presented by WMUA Sports. Cam Sibert and Joey Aliberti. Joey, you're a great guy. Thanks for coming out.
Of course, you're an even better guy for allowing me to be here with you.
Wow. As you can see, we're good friends. Celtics had a good beatdown the other night on the Nets. Nice to see.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't think too much of that. The Nets
Right.
have
I
just
couldn't-
about none of their core players.
Yeah, I didn't know who was out on the court, honestly.
Yeah, I think Timoth Carabo Luau was their leading scorer with about 22 points.
Can you say that again?
Yeah,
Caribou?
he's a French guy, and if that tells you anything about what the Nets are working with right now, no Durant, no Irving, no DeAndre Jordan.
Right.
They even tried signing who was
Wasn't it
there?
Lou Williams?
No, Lou Williams on the Clippers. They tried signing Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley had COVID-19, so that
Beasley's a
that
hooper,
did not
too.
go through.
I saw a video recently of him like playing pickup basketball somewhere at
Yeah.
some court, and he was hooping, talking trash to everybody.
Oh yeah, he's quite confident in himself. I'm pretty sure he's been quoted before saying he's just as good, if not better, than Kevin Durant and LeBron James, which is a bold
I wouldn't get carried away. That's very bold.
but that's just the confidence he has in himself, and I guess that's what works for him, or does what it does for him.
So we go to the top of the second, and Matt Muir due up. He was that guy I mentioned earlier in the game, batting .400 right now. His brother Mike flew out to center, and here he is swinging at the first pitch to short, right under the glove. And an error out there will allow Muir to first base quickly.
And Muir's probably in contention for best hitter in the league with 18 hits, as you said, that crazy 400 average, and only 2 strikeouts on the year too. So he's pretty efficient with the bat. Obviously, that should have been a ground out, but
Yeah, and again, the defensive lineup, we're still kind of piecing it together. I believe that is Stephen Quigley out there at shortstop. I hope his mother isn't listening and I was wrong about that or something, but I believe it is Quigley out there at short. Let that one get under the glove. It was a hard hit ball, but regardless, it leaves Matt Muir over at first base, and now Ricky Smith will be the one stepping in. Smith handling things behind home plate for the White Sox tonight. Takes his first pitch for a ball. Morris back to the stretch. 1-0 pitch. This one's roped into the hole over near short. It's going to get by for a second single here, to lead off this second inning.
And Ricky Smith, Matt Muir with the 400 average. Ricky Smith is in second on this Braintree team with 353 or .353, however you wanna say it. Just a 1-2 combo right there of pretty efficient hitting, if you want to say.
Hard to argue against that, Joe. It brings Chris Hardery to the plate, designated hitter for this one. He's got runners on first and second with nobody down. First pitch curveball misses upstairs.
Also, one of the first players we've seen bat with a mask on. You don't see that too commonly.
Yeah, seen it in the MLB for sure, but you're right. I think that's a good thing to pick up on. I haven't noticed that much from anybody else either. And Morris tries to go for another breaking ball, and it misses again up top. Hardery, 14 at-bats, only one hit, so still trying to get his feet under him. Good chance here to drive in a run. This one's poked out towards center field. Lundholm doesn't have to move much to make the play. Will he tag over for third? He will, but a nice looking throw will have to force the runner back to second base. Muir out there on second.
Yeah, Muir looked like he wanted it, but Lindholm's arm power seemed to prevail right there, and he knew right away that was going to get roped in well before he can make it there.
Yeah, good looking throw there from Lundholm to hold the runner at second base. So still first and second base with one down. In a 1-0 game. White Sox trying to add to the lead. They put up that one run in the first inning on a pass ball. And Morris still has his work cut out for him here. Now dealing to the 9 batter, Eric Turgeon. First pitch in the dirt for a ball, but a nice stop there from Casala to hold the runners. Turgeon over at third base.
Yeah, with only one out so far, if Turgeon can pull in some runs here, this could start looking ugly quick for the Mariners.
Here's one poked over towards first base in foul territory, but plenty of room and time to make the play. So that helps if you're a Mariners fan. And now 2 down. And we go to back to the top of the order for the White Sox. Kyle Levine had a single in the first inning.
Yeah. Also the one runner that came into home for the scoreboard for them in that first inning as well.
Good point, Joe. Takes his first pitch upstairs for a ball. (1-0). And Moore still dealing from the stretch. And he gets that one in there for a strike. Nice looking pitch on the inside part of the plate. So 1-1. Levine, the left-handed hitter, back into the box. Breaking ball to the pitcher, and a nice reactionary play from Jay Morris. He'll lob it over to first base and get out of this inning. 2 runners stranded at first and second base, and it's still a 1-0 ball game here from Acushnet, Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's a big time way to get out of letting 2 singles up in those first 2 at bats. Just coming in with 3 straight outs there. It could have been getting bad for the Mariners, being down 3, at least 3 after 2. So I think it's great homage to their defense there.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be that kind of game. If you're a Mariners pitcher, you're just going to have to kind of pick and choose your spots and battle it out. Hope your defense can make some plays behind you and, try to leave some stranded base runners. They did it there. Unfortunately, in the first inning, they let one through, but they know the deal. They're going to have to turn up their bats as well.
Yeah, for sure. If they want to match this very, very stout Braintree offense, they're going to definitely have to step up their batting, especially with their best hitter not in the game and Zach DiMatteo. These other hitters are going to have to step up and try to do some things they might not have done so far this year.
Certainly. Halfway through the second inning here. This game started at 7 o'clock. The light's already on. The sun's starting to set. It's going to be a nice night of baseball here, and we appreciate those tuning in to Cranberry Baseball League action here. Braintree White Sox taking on the Bourne Mariners. White Sox 15-1 coming into tonight's game. Joey, you said it, a 69-run differential in terms of runs scored versus runs allowed. They are the team to beat, but I think the Mariners have a good shot.
Bourne is in second place right now with 5 run differential, which is just wild to me. But yeah, I think if anyone's got a good shot, I think Mariners are up there in teams that are and taking down the Goliath.
Yeah, you almost wonder there needs to be some commissioner involvement here and maybe break up the White Sox. I have no idea, but it certainly seems like there might be a dynasty or a monopoly of players.
Yeah, they definitely seem, if they've won 10 of the past 11 and they're on their way to
it's to their
11
credit.
of the past 12. I guess it's to their credit if they do some great coaching or something's going on there to really prove themselves.
Braden Killen swings at the first pitch. That's way back to the wall, and it looks like it's gone. It is. How about a leadoff home run from Braden Killens there. First pitch swinging. And that got out in a hurry. Tie things up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, and just as I was saying before, you have to do something you haven't done before, and Braden Killens did exactly that. He has not hit a home run this year, and now he's the 4th Mariner to hit a home run. Huge play for the Mariners to get back to tie this game up.
Yeah, so with one swing of the bat, things are all square here at 1 apiece. Mariners definitely could use a little bit of energy from that home run, and they got it. So now Eric Sylvia will follow up. Takes his first pitch for a ball. Towards this latter half of the season, the Mariners have really heated up the bats and started to hit some home runs. I would say this is a pretty favorable ballpark to hit a home run. The fences out there aren't too deep.
Yeah, only
that one.
315
Yeah, that one
field.
Probably carried about 320, 330, just over the left field wall, but definitely hit on a rope.
Yeah, I'd say so, and that's some huge momentum for a Bourne team looking to match a really good Braintree team.
I know, I'm messing you up. Sorry, Joe. Yeah, it's okay. So Sylvia, still the batter now. Nobody down. Coming in after that home run. And here's one hit well towards the right center field gap. Just not hit well enough there to make the play in time. I believe is Matt Nicholson.
Yeah, not really able to tell from all the way back here, but I'd say about 10-15 more feet on that one, and that one was gone. So they're really making good contact right now.
Yeah, definitely. So one down now. Logan Casala steps in, the catcher for the Mariners here. Try to keep this inning alive, get a runner on base, maybe see a walk. And here's one chopped towards second base, charging and fielding cleanly. A quick flip over to first base in time for Matt Muir. That seemed easy enough.
Yeah, that's 2 down really quickly after that home run, and Rondeau knew right away once that ball hit the ground that was going to be a ground out. You could hear a grunt from up here in the press box.
Definitely no crowd noise being pumped into Pope Park. You can pick up on some stuff. Here's Rondeau, first pitch swinging, chopped it over the third baseman's head. And that'll be a base runner for the Mariners. Big wide turn from Rondeau, and he'll head back to first. It was real close there. Possibly could have been a snag over there from Eric Turgeon. It just crept over the top of his glove. He got the tip of his glove on it.
Yeah, that was a perfect bounce to get right over his head.
And so now it will be the 9-hitter, Stephen Quigley. Will dig in. Sorensen starting to lose a little bit of control here in this bottom part of the second. I was right about Quigley being out at short. Takes a pitch in the dirt. So Rondeau's down at first. Quigley stepping in with 2 down. Sorensen from the stretch. Here's one popped up towards left field. Routine fly ball will be fielded cleanly by Kyle Levine, and that'll do it for the second inning. But Braden Killens with a first swing leadoff home run to left ties things up. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, huge play for the Mariners right there just to get that home run out of nowhere. Killens killing it. And what's it called?
Hey.
I mean, now it's negated from that first inning. Kind of, I guess you want to say scare, almost really scary having runners on the corner before that run was put in. But you know, I think this is a big step in the right direction for the Mariners, and I think that the Braintree White Sox are.
We got it up here. It's top of 3, yeah.
Yeah, it got messed up.
Just a little conversation with the umpire, you know. We are an encyclopedia of information up here when it comes to the score and the players.
We did have a malfunction on the scoreboard, though, accidentally putting that last run in the bottom of the third, and we really don't know how to reverse that.
Yeah, now everybody's kind of looking up at us like, what is going on up there?
What's going on? We're misleading people, and we feel sorry for it, but we're also just trying to provide them with the correct score.
So the leadoff hitter will be Mike Muir. Talked about his brother Matt having a 400 average coming into this game. Mike's average, 289 right now. He's been up to bat 38 times for 11 hits. Scored 12 times. That's the most of any Braintree player. So perhaps a base stealer, if you will. 4 stolen bases.
Yeah, he's right up in there with that Dan Cook level almost. I think Cook has a few more, but by that you can tell he's a little bit of a base runner, a road runner, if you want to say.
Absolutely. So here's Mike swinging at the first pitch. Foul play towards third. It's going to be out of play and off the light pole. So quickly, strike to Muir. That's Mike, not Matt. Jay Morris, still the pitcher for the Mariners. Allowed that 1 run in the first inning. Been out of a couple jams in the last inning, I should say.
Jay can't be too disappointed with himself now, though. Just facing a team like this that's put up 100 runs in, I think, 16 games now. One run through 2 innings isn't terrible.
No, it's not an easy task for sure.
Especially with those scares with the, I think, runner on first and second, and then those runners in the corner.
1-1 pitch popped up in the infield. Plenty of time to get under it, make the play over at third base, but stumbling, still able to hang on. That must have been, I want to say that's Eric Sylvia.
I can't say I'm certain.
Who hit the home run? It was Braden Killens, but I don't know. I didn't get his
Drew
number. No.
No? Yeah.
I wish I could say I knew. So 1 down quickly. Here's a foul. 1 hit foul by Will Brennan.
Hoping that didn't go back into the area around our cars, Cam. That could lead to an unfortunate event for
I'm parking the town over now. I learned my lesson.
I can't say I blame you.
So still a 1-1 ball game. Top of the third. It's Will Brennan up to the plate. Morris from the windup. Misses outside for a ball.
Will Brennan right up there also in that Dan Cook level with walks, with 12 on the year and 39 at-bats. That's a pretty good walk percentage.
A danger to get on base for sure. Here's Morris again from the windup. Curveball had some movement, just missed. That certainly is a hanging curveball,
yeah,
if you will. Here's some cheering from an adjacent field. Youngster must have hit a little dinger there. Love that. Here's one chop foul, heads up.
That's a little scarier for the cars, Cam, I must say.
Yeah, that one was on a line.
Back left foul ball, right near the parking lot. Praying that no one's car gets damaged today.
I take it Joe drove his dad's car to the game today. He doesn't want to
just miss
him. 2-strike pitch here from Morris from the windup. Tried to get it past him with a fastball, and he did.
Wow.
How about it? Will Brennan threw the bat over towards the dugout, was ready to take his base. Ump said, hold on 1 second. That's in there for strike 3. Make it 2 outs for Jay Morris.
Yeah.
Trying to keep things going, keep the train moving.
Strong start so far. 2 down with no even hits or walks or anything like that, and you gotta think he's feeling good right now coming into this third batter.
2 down brings up Jordan Enos, the cleanup hitter. First pitch, fanned him with a strike. A tough throw from Casale. He might have had some popcorn before the start of this inning. That one slipped on the way back to the pitcher. 2 down here for Morris. Try to get his team in the dugout to try to break this tie at 1 apiece. Morris from the windup again. That one misses outside and gets to the backstop. So, still 2 down. Morris dealing to Jordan Enos. Enos walked his first time up. Big power hitter in the cleanup spot takes a ball upstairs.
16 hits, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's top 5 in the Cranberry League as it stands. Him and Matt Muir are both in that top 5 area for the White Sox.
Yeah, and he's definitely been cleaning up with 17 RBIs. Here's a breaking ball that's hit well over towards left. It's going to get down for a single. Enos wasting no time at slapping that one out for a quick single. And that'll get a runner on first base with 2 down.
Yeah, and you can't really say you're surprised there with that. Just looking at his stat line, he's obviously a very impressive batter, and something like that is probably something that happens pretty commonly with Enos.
Certainly. So it brings Matt Nicholson to the plate. Struck out last time. He's got a runner over on first. Swinging at the first pitch. Rondeau times the jump nicely over at second base. And just when you thought that Enos might be running, and yeah, you see there as Morris comes off the mound, they share a little laugh. Said that one could have been trouble, but a nice play from Rondeau at second base to leap up and make the snag. So again, no damage done there in that inning. Still leaves the score at 1 apiece. And the Mariners will head into the dugout and get ready to try to create the lead.
Yeah.
Can't find the wording for that, create the lead.
I mean, there's many ways you can put it. But
this has been a fun game, Joe.
This has been an exciting game between the top 2 teams in Cranberry Baseball League. You could be watching the PGA Championship right now. You could be watching some NBA bubble basketball, but
you're listening to the Cranberry Baseball League with us. Or you could do both. You can do both.
We might be able to consider, or you at least might be able to consider yourself now the voice of Cranberry Baseball.
Let's not get carried away here, Joe.
I'm just saying that could be a title that is in your possession.
Maybe a good segue, though. Cam Sibert, Joey Aliberti, here for WMUA Sports. WMUA is the university radio station up at UMass. Happy to have been covering the Cranberry Baseball League for the majority of the summer. It's been a lot of fun. Live sports is some of the first live sports I saw in 2020 ever since the shutdown.
Yeah, you can't complain about that. And I feel like a lesson learned from this whole quarantine COVID-19 phase is that you really can't take live sports for granted anymore.
No, you definitely can't. It's been nice now that having them back. Felt like I should mention, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, regular season will be coming to an end with a doubleheader on Sunday. The Mariners will play at 2 and 4 in Franklin at Franklin High School. Playoffs will start this coming week on Tuesday. It'll be a College World Series format. And right now, the Mariners and the White Sox, the top 2 seeds.
Potential championship right here.
Certainly. Back to the top of the lineup for the Mariners. It's Dan Cook. He took ball 1 looking, of course. And then he swings and misses at his second pitch to even things up.
Yeah, for the Mariners, Dan Cook is someone you want on the base path more than anyone, just because.
Here's one popped up towards left. Shortstop being called off, and coming in to make the grab is Kyle Levine.
As I was saying, though, he's just such a threat on the base path. Always have to be aware of where he is and how big his lead is, because you can try to pick him off. As I've said before, it usually doesn't work, but he's also one to steal bases.
Absolutely. Cook's the speedster, just flew out to left, so it brings Noah Holland in. That one ran up on him, fouled it away.
Another notable absence from the Mariners lineup here is Tyler Ferdinand. He's one of their better hitters as well, and he's now missing from the lineup. I'm not sure why exactly, but that could be a key loss if the Mariners do end up losing this game.
Yeah, a couple guys coming and going from the lineup. Ball to Holland there, make it 1-1. Trying to get early base runners here, but instead he'll take strike 2 looking. 1-2. See what Sorensen goes with here. From the windup. Fastball upstairs, popped up over towards second base. Looked like it might have been in shallow right field. Instead, it's just near the infield. Easy play for Matt Muir. He's been solid over there at second. And so it'll be the third hitter. Mitch Lundholm had that double back in the first inning.
Yep.
Got down over on the third baseline. He was able to leg it out and stand up for 2. See what he can do here with his second at-bat. 2 down. Swinging at the first pitch and grounded pretty easily by the first baseman. A little bit of a bobble, but he stays with it. Tags first base to record the third out of the inning. And so we head to the top of the fourth. Thank you, Joey. It's a team effort.
It is.
Between the two of us
Not
here.
only on the baseball field, but in the broadcasting booth as well.
There's just a lot going on, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And, really quick inning for that Mariners offense. Not what you love to see, but still got some game to play. And that Braintree defense, obviously, as said before, as advertised, is extremely stout and tough to crack.
Tough to crack indeed. And so I think I've figured out the puzzle that is the defensive lineup for the Mariners. See if I can't run through it here. Over at first base must be Braden Killens. Eric Sylvia is over on the other side at third base. In the hole at short is Stephen Quigley. Second base, Tyler Rondeau. Behind home, Logan Casala. On the mound, Jay Morris. Out in center field, Mitch Lundholm. Out in left field, Drew Boley. And then out in right, Dan Cook. So, slowly but surely, we figured it out, Joe.
Yeah. It's a grind here for Cranberry baseball. We're not giving a ton of information. We're no MLB broadcasting booth, just giving everything right on our laps. We have to go out there and get it ourselves.
I know.
We make it work.
Jerry Remy doesn't even have a tough job. Huh? It's just all given to him. No, I'm just kidding. A couple legends there in that Red Sox broadcast booth. So as we head to the top of the fourth, it'll be Matt Muir stepping in. Had that 400 batting average coming into today.
Yeah, premier Cranberry League hitter right here. I don't know if they do an all-star team or just an all Cranberry League team, but he would certainly be on it.
He got on base there in the first, maybe the second inning actually, on a single over hit towards Quigley at short, got under his glove. So maybe a single on an error.
Yeah.
Took the first pitch in the dirt, so 1-0 count now as Jay Morris comes from the windup. This one's chopped towards the shortstop. Redemption time for Quigley. Makes the play this time and gets it on over to first in time.
Yeah, and you saw from Muir there some speed. It wasn't too close, but you could tell for what should have been a routine ground ball that was a lot closer than it should have been. He really has some speed to him.
Yeah, maybe a 5-tool player, if you will, there, Matt Muir.
Yeah. If anyone has all 5, I think he's definitely a contender out of anyone in the Cranberry League.
Still a good play from Quigley, and, maybe you might be thinking about the last time where you let it slip by you, and it might be in your head a little bit, still able to make the play and record the first out of the inning. So now it brings Ricky Smith to the plate.
Yeah, they got rid of one of their 2 best hitters average-wise. Now they just got to get rid of the second, and it's a little more easy going for them.
Smith also had a single last time up. He roped one over there into the third base gap. He's got 2 balls quickly in his favor. So Morris goes back to the stretch. He looks in. Here's the delivery. Inside, roped over towards left field. Boley tracking to make the play, and he will make the grab out and left. A nice play.
Yeah, very impressive play by Boley. I shouldn't say very impressive. It was an impressive play by Boley, making sure he gets over there in time. It wasn't any.
Would you have had that one, Joe? You think you would have had it?
I think I would have had that one.
Okay.
I would have been able to.
I don't know if I can say the same. It's been certainly a little while since I fielded a pop fly in a competitive baseball game. So Boley records his second out there with the pop fly to left. I should say more of a line drive. First pitch to Chris Hardery in for strike 1. So 2 down here for Morris in the top of the 4th. He's been chugging along pretty well. In for strike 2. 0-2. Do you bring out the eephus here?
I don't know if it's time for that just
No,
yet.
not yet. The Yoshi Rainbow Ball.
I think he's got some good momentum going his way right now.
Yeah,
And
just
I
pull
think he should
something.
just keep carrying that. Just one more strike and you get out of the inning safe and clean. No batters on.
Does he squeeze the juice box here and hit him with a little gas? 0-2 pitch. He sure did throw the fastball. Here's one hit to Rondeau. He knocks it down with his knee and gets the throw over to first in time. How about Tyler Rondeau out there at second base?
That could not have felt great off that right kneecap right there. Just a hard ground ball. Took one bounce in the dirt and then right on his knee. Still found that grit and toughness, though, to get that ball to first base.
Right, it's what they teach you in Little League, right? To knock the ball down. If you can't necessarily field it with your glove, just keep it in front of you. Rondeau does exactly that. Sticks with it, picks it up, and throws it over to first in time. Typically playing shortstop is Rondeau, but he's been over there at second base, and he's made a few plays so far.
Yeah.
Last inning had that leaping play at second base to keep what would have been a hit in the gap.
And I've heard you talk about it a little bit just throughout this season. He's definitely one to be maybe a Golden Glove contender in the infield.
I'll tell you, I mean,
it seems like you've been very impressed by his infield play.
Definitely has some soft hands over there when he's been playing short. He's made a lot of nice throws on the run. Yeah, I wouldn't argue against it. I haven't seen Braintree play all year long. I'm sure they have some Gold Glove fielders. Still Sorensen going for the White Sox right now. He's allowed one run, of course. We'll see if I can't tell you how many hits he's allowed. Of course, the big hit that he allowed last inning was Braden Killens, who led off. Smoked one to left field to tie this thing up. But other than that, make it 1, 2, 3 hits allowed for Sorensen. And it'll be Drew Boley, the batter, to start things off here in the bottom of the fourth for the Mariners. Batting cleanup. Last time up, he struck out. We got to see him hit that grand slam a few weeks back in that Sunday doubleheader against Rockland. Bases got loaded in the first inning. He took the first pitch to deep left. That one was fun to watch. See what he can do here.
Yeah, a little bit of that magic again would definitely be massive for this Mariners team.
First pitch from Sorensen. Breaking ball fouled off the cap of Ricky Smith behind home plate. Shake that one off. So 1 strike against Boley. Coach Nate Charette heads down to third base to direct things over there. 0-1 pitch. Fastball chopped towards third, and Charette might have had a chance to make the play.
Yeah,
Good timing there.
Maybe if he had a glove on there, you could have gone to it.
He might be laying out for that. And earlier in the season, Joe, I know you weren't here. It was the bottom of the 7th inning. Coach Charette came in to pinch run for these Mariners, and I wish the ball was hit in play so I could have seen that happen live. Didn't end up getting a chance to take off, but he was over there at first base. He was tapping the toes. He was ready to go.
Yeah.
He looked like Dave Roberts ready to steal second base in Game 7 of the ALCS.
You could definitely argue that Coach Nate Charette is a baseball guy, if you say.
Oh! Swing and a miss for strike 3. Breaking ball fooled Boley there. So quick out to start things off for Sorensen here in the bottom of the 4th. Still a 1-1 scoreline. So last time up, Braden Killens hit that rocket to left. We'll see how he follows it up here. First pitch, not going to take it out of the park this time. He takes it for a strike. Is that number 9, Joe, on the back of his jersey? I think it is. 0-1 pitch. Another fastball. This one just a little low.
Braden Killens is indeed number 9.
Good eye on you, Joe. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's roped out towards the gap in left field. It's going to get down. Just a single is all, but make it 2 for 2 for Braden Killens. A couple good pieces of hitting. That one hit real hard to left.
Yeah. Braden Killens,
He's
early
killing
candidate.
it.
He's killing it. Early candidate for MVP of this game with a nice base hit and obviously that game-tying home run in the second there.
So now it's Eric Sylvia, the left-handed hitter, who steps in with one down. He's got Killens over at first base. First pitch outside, he swings and misses for a strike.
Yeah, and Eric Sylvia, one of only 4 Mariners to be hitting above 300 at the moment. hitting at 308.
He had a pretty well hit ball to center field last time up. It was caught. And pretty much the same pitch there again makes it 0-2. Missing on the outside. Swinging and missing on the outside part of the plate. So Sorensen from the stretch has a chance to go into his bag of tricks. We'll see what he goes with. Catcher sets up outside. Tried to get him chasing, but good patience there from Sylvia to hold up. 1-2 now. Still a runner over at first base. Keep an eye on him to make sure he's not going to steal. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Good looking pitch there from Sorensen. Had some movement on the bottom part of the plate. Just kind of tailed off.
Yeah, Eric Sylvia looking like he's really trying to crush the ball. Trying to maybe get Noah Holland in for another run.
Actually, Braden Killen's over there.
Braden Killen's.
First base. No worries, Joe.
My apologies.
Brings Logan Casala in now, and Casala grounded out to second base last time up. Had that little chopper that was routinely played by Muir. Takes his first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Steps back in, and with 2 down, he's going to be, like you said, trying to score the run here from Killens. The go-ahead run at first base. This one's chopped foul. Make it 1-1.
And as I was saying before with Eric Sylvia, Logan Casala actually leading the team in batting average with 375 before this game.
Is that
only 16 at bats to his name before this game?
That's I thought it would have been less than 16. That's pretty good. Takes a pitch inside, make it 2-1. Ever since the home run from Killens, it seems like Sorensen's kind of lost a little bit of his grip.
Yeah, but not too much enough to the point where it's any danger to this defense.
Make it 3-1. That misses upstairs.
Even though he let that home run up, I still feel like he's got that juice and he's got that gas, and he really hasn't gotten anyone past, I don't think, second base. No one's made third base yet after that.
Casala might be lighting his eyes up here on a 3-1 pitch. He swings and it's chopped towards short. Standing up to field it and throwing over to first base in time. Will Brennan out there at shortstop for the White Sox. And so there's another runner stranded over there at first base, and Braden Killens keeps the score at 1 apiece. We go to the top of the 5th inning. And I apologize, Joe. I meant to pass over play-by-play duties to you last inning. You should have stopped me there. I don't know if you picked up on it either, but we'll switch it over now. Officially, flip of it right. There's the go.
All right, now we're in the top of the 5th inning. 1-1 score. Pretty defensive game after those early runs by each team. Braintree White Sox scoring off a single in the first, and then obviously off that Braden Killens home run in the second for the Bourne Mariners. Cam, what are you thinking? What do you think is going to happen late in this game?
Well, I'll tell you, it's close, and if you're the Mariners, you got to be happy about where you're at. Jay Morris doesn't jump off the page necessarily as a pitcher. He's hitting all his spots, though. He's trusting his defense. He's doing all the right things. He's keeping his team in this game at 1-1. If not for the pass ball scored run in the first inning, they'd be winning this game. So I think if you're the Mariners, you're in a good spot right now. You just got to keep the defense strong and hope that you can get there towards the end of the game as the home team. Maybe you can close it out in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah.
And not give the White Sox a chance to come back and retaliate.
For sure. And I think if Bill Belichick were in the booth right now, he would say...
Don't say he would say the same thing.
No, he would say that he's doing his job.
Oh, okay. I like that.
What is it, Morris?
Jay Morris.
Jay Morris, yes. He's certainly doing his job. Only allowing 1 run to the best offense in the league so far through 4 now. And just seems to be playing really solid baseball all around. Other than those first couple inning scares, but other than that, he's been really just making sure this Braintree team doesn't get many runners on base at all.
Yeah, so I think Matt Cook has come in at first base for Eric Sylvia, just so you know, Joe.
I appreciate that. And looks like this inning's about to get started up here. The inning will be starting with...
Sorry about that. The 9-hitter.
Yes, the 9-hitter. Eric Turgeon.
Hopefully you can read my handwriting there. I apologize, Joe.
Oh, good.
Last time Turgeon came up, he flew one out to first base. It was over in foul territory. Like I say, now Matt Cook is over there at first, so a little change up from Eric Sylvia. He comes out for Cook. And we're good. We're ready to go here. Top of the fifth.
Top of the fifth here. Morris winds up. In there for a strike on that fastball in the bottom left corner. And now 0-1 count for Turgeon. Morris high and inside for ball one. And still a beautiful Thursday night.
It is just a great night for baseball, Joe. Where would you rather be?
Nowhere.
Nowhere, really. Might go home and try to catch a little of the PGA.
Of course. Morris throws one outside in the dirt for ball two now. Now getting behind, but doesn't seem to be too worried about it. We have a 1-1 even game here in the top of the fifth. Morris in for a strike. High and inside. Getting Turgeon to look at that one. Morris now with the 2-2 pitch into Turgeon. That'll be outside for ball three. Now with a full count. It'll be foul back right, keeping himself alive here. Jay Morris, Cam, you can't imagine he'll be in here for too much longer just because of those pitch count rules. So it'll be intriguing to see the route that the Mariners go in using him to end this game. Another one fouled right.
Yeah, we'll see who comes in to relieve him. Well, I mean, we talked about it there in that half inning. He's done a really, really good job facing the toughest lineup in the Cranberry Baseball League and only allowing one run.
Yeah, I think they'll probably try to keep him in for all 70 pitches. Again, now Turgeon pops it out to right field, but it will be caught by Dan Cook for the routine fly out. But as I was saying before, Jay Morris has a pitch count of 70 that he can max out at. So I'm assuming the Mariners will bring it all the way to that 70 pitch count because he's just been doing that good of a job.
Yeah, that graduated pitch count that's kind of gone up as the years gone on. So now pitchers kind of can go a little bit further.
Yes, as the weeks have gone on.
Weeks, year, season, summer.
Yeah, yep. Now we have Kyle Levine hitting a car on that foul ball, which is kind of scary. Hopefully,
Joe is
neither
like
of ours. I'm really, Cam, if you can't tell, I'm really
serious
woke.
fear of having his car hit.
I am. I do. I should say. Bunt attempt. It's fouled behind the catcher. Didn't know where it was for a second. Brings the count to 0-2.
Yeah, I guess Casala didn't really have a chance there to let it go fair or anything like that. Always an interesting play from a catcher to let the ball come fair and try to catch the hitter off guard. That one didn't have a chance, though.
0-2 pitch for Morris. And he will pop it into left. Oh, straight off of what looks to be the chest. Still fields it anyways.
I actually think it was the leg. And yeah, like a really hard hit ball there from Levine over to Boley and left. He tries to make the sliding catch. It looked like he was there in time and might make the play, but that ball was hit really, really well. Yeah. So he just couldn't quite eye it in and goes off his leg, allows Levine to get to second base.
Yeah, Kyle Levine with a liner to left field there and just bounces right off Drew Boley's leg. And you could tell he kind of winced at first in pain, but he finished out the play and got into second, but still getting that double there. Now we have Will Brennan. Oh, sorry. Mike Muir, the brother of famed batter Matt Muir. High and outside.
As made famous by the college goofballs in the press box.
Yes. And Mike Muir flying out his past two at-bats here. Runner on second. And that'll be outside again for ball two.
Yeah, you hear the chatter now from the Braintree dugout. They know this is a big opportunity here to get the lead back.
Yeah, for sure. big lead change here could be in play if they can get some runs in. 0-2 pitch, grounded to first base, and it'll be bobbled. And it looks like he'll be in for the single.
Yeah, an interesting play there. Cook, mentioned it, comes in at the start of this inning as a substitute. Has one really right in his breadbasket. Just kind of pops out of the glove, and he couldn't quite get back after it to get the throw over to first in time. It also allows the runner to advance to third base.
Now Kyle Levine at third, and again, Morris is facing runners in both corners as Will Brennan now steps up to the plate, and he's struck out both times, but still a scary positioning here for Morris in this Mariners defense, Cam.
Yeah, maybe a double play ball if you could get one. I mean, I don't know. That would be ideal, I guess.
Of course.
Rondeau, of course, pretty solid out there at second base. Quigley as well. If you could get one over to the second and try to turn it in time, that would be ideal.
1-0 count. It's in there. Brennan fouls it left.
Oh.
Looking like it's going to hit a house. Almost hitting a GMC out there.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to live and park your car.
That is a tough
always
spot
in
to
play.
live. But 1-1 count now with one out.
Back to the game at
Top
hand.
of the fifth. Morris pitching to Will Brennan. Brennan
Oh.
crushes that into right field, and that looks like it is going to be gone. And it is. Home run for the Braintree White Sox. 3-run shot there. Will Brennan putting in runs. Now 4-1 lead for the Braintree White Sox. And huge momentum carried in by Will Brennan there, Cam. And I mean, this is just a massive turn of events here.
Yeah, I mean, what a good piece of hitting. Waits back on it, the left-handed hitter waits back on it, catches it at the perfect time, and just sends it soaring to right field. Looked pretty good off the crack of the bat, and sure enough, it goes out there near right center field, probably about 330, 340 feet. Dan Cook out there in right tracked it pretty well back to the wall, but just couldn't quite get up on the wall in time to try to rob it. I think it might have been a little too far. But yeah, a strong piece of hitting there from Will Brennan. And what I was checking on is the fact that he had 2 already, make it 3 home runs, and now he takes the home run lead for these Braintree White Sox with 3.
Just a wild series of events right there. And now Jordan Enos fouls one back. Jay Morris probably isn't feeling as composed now after letting up a 3-run shot. So we're going to see how he can perform off that home run. And 0-1 pitch is in there for a ball in the dirt. Jordan Enos up to the plate, having a single and a walk to his name so far. And 1-1 count, still 1 out. And that'll be fouled back right again.
Yeah, I mean, Brennan also batting in the third spot. He is the power hitter. He got up there with 2 runners on base at a good time and just saw a pitch he liked, sent it deep to right.
And you got to think the Mariners have to get aggressive now in their offense. Maybe take some more shots. And the bat will crack off of contact, and Jay Morris runs to first to get the out as the first baseman collects it there. But now with a daunting 4-1 lead with only 2 to play, it is manageable. And now we see Coach Nate Charette come to the mound to visit Jay Morris. We'll see if a substitution is made. I feel like at this point it might be likely.
Yeah, it's probably likely. And I mean, again, we talked about it before the start of that inning. I don't think my opinion really changes much. It's still a great outing from Jay Morris. Not much more you can expect out of a starting pitcher against this lineup. 4-1 is still a pretty good score. The Mariners aren't out of the game by any mean.
Yes, certainly. And
there were some errors in the field too. To Morris's credit, I mean, he did the best he could. I think if you're the Mariners and you're the coaching staff, I think you're taking what you got.
Yeah, for sure. 4 runs through 5. Might sound bad in general, but I think against this team, it's not too bad. And a 4-1 lead is obviously somewhat scary to deal with, but it's definitely manageable, and you can definitely find your way coming back. And now we have number 45 on the mound. We're not certain of who.
I believe it's Michael Quigley. There's a couple Quigleys. This is Michael.
Okay.
And if you're looking for a stat line, Joe, it's right here.
Michael Quigley, Cam, the last time he was out here, had 8 strikeouts in 3 innings.
Good memory.
Yeah, I just remember him being very impressive, striking out 8 of 9 possible outs. So I'm not surprised they have him back in here, having the hot hand on that Sunday, just 4 days ago.
Yeah, I'd say his hand is pretty hot right now. Looks like there's solid velocity on that. I don't know if you wanted the stat line too. I mean,
Yeah, 4 games, and he is 0-2 with 7 innings pitched. Only allowing 2 hits, though. But 12 walks is not good, obviously. 12 strikeouts as well to go along with it, but 12 walks and 7 innings.
He's got the one
ideal.
save. Is that the game that you were talking about there? And
Yeah, for sure.
I was also thinking you might mention this too. Some games taking place at the same time tonight.
Yeah, we have a couple other Cranberry Baseball League games going on. The Acushnet Aztecs surprisingly aren't here at Pope Park in Acushnet. They're in Canton right now at Canton High School against the Canton A's. The Plymouth Brewers are at the Weymouth Shamrocks, and that is taking place at Sacred Heart High School. And then the Rockland Cardinals are visiting the South Shore Diamond Dogs in Abington tonight.
Those games started at 6, so who knows? Maybe they're finishing up or about to finish up.
Yeah, for sure.
Back to this game, though.
Quigley throwing in the first pitch will be a ball low and outside to Matt Nicholson, one of the 3 outfielders. They like to switch it up a little bit, but he is 0 for 2 so far to start out his day. Quigley does come in with 2 outs already on.
Throwing so hard, his hat almost just came off. Oh, man.
Quigley does definitely throw some heat, Cam.
Yeah, and he puts everything he's got into it.
Already down 2-0 in the count. And
oh, my goodness.
that'll be in there to paint the corner for strike 1.
Someone
Very
get him
impressive
some
outside pitch.
pine tar for his hat. That thing is coming off. Get some glue on that thing or something. He's just throwing cheese. That's why.
Yeah. And let's see if Matt Nicholson has an answer for that cheese, Cam.
What's a good answer for cheese? I don't know. Maybe lettuce or I don't know.
Maybe a burger. A little meat on that.
Yeah, that's fair.
2-1 pitch is in there, getting Nicholson to swing and miss. Oh, and that is
lettuce on a burger
strike
too.
2. Lettuce is on a burger, but lettuce and cheese, that's not a food combination that most use.
Fair enough.
Lettuce and meat, or cheese and meat, I should say. And that is strike 3, as Nicholson will be looking on Quigley's payoff pitch there.
Yeah. Quigley coming with the heat.
Yeah, right off the bat. 1
Gassed him
strikeout.
up.
And I can't say I'm too surprised about that, Cameron. I'm intrigued to see if we'll see any level of aggressiveness get more pent up in this Mariners offense.
Right, now it's 4-1. A couple substitutions were made. We'll see if we can't pick up on those. I know Matt Cook came in. And let's see. He's actually not due up. It'll be Tyler Rondo.
Yes.
I mean, you also look at, too, the fact that the White Sox are on their third rotation through the order. The Mariners, not everybody has seen their second at-bat yet, so
yeah, I feel
just
like
goes to show a little.
that's been a common theme, I feel like, all year for this Braintree team. Braintree's top hitters have about 45 to high 30s in at-bats throughout the year, while teams like the Mariners, I think, have like mid-30s for their top at-bat. If I'm not mistaken, I think Mitch Lundholm leads the team in at-bats at 35.
So if you score runs, you get more at-bats. Is that what you're saying?
In essence, I think that's a little if-then statement.
Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, it'll be Rondo due up. He had that single that chopped to third that got over the glove. Unless I just missed the second at-bats and they're on their third. I don't think I did, though.
I don't think you did either. Riley Sorensen's still in there for the White Sox, and we'll see how he'll fare. He's been pretty well, other than that one little blip in the home run hit by Braden Killens. Other than that, he's only allowed a few hits, but he's kept the bases pretty clean, Cam.
Yeah, definitely. Like I mentioned kind of at the beginning there, he's got a good velocity. Seems like he's got a couple different pitches he can throw. Maybe a splitter that works away from the hitter. Or a cutter. Or a slider.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Yoshi Rainbow Ball. Or the Ephus. Who knows when we'll see that.
Who knows? First pitch to Rondeau, foul back, making me and Cam actually flinch at that.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I flinched too. That fence just saved a couple lives.
That reminds me of that viral video going around where it'll just be like a random video and then the baseball is just going straight at the camera. That's what it was like for us up here. If you want a real perspective on what me and Cam just faced right there. Rondeau, looking at that one again for ball one to make the count 1-1, and Sorensen coming in and getting it in there low in that bottom left corner for a strike. Now 1-2 for Rondeau. He'll crack that to short, and he will ground out on a close run. Tried running it out there, but could not get there in time, making it out number 1.
Hey, credit where it's due. Rondeau was moving down towards first base, tried to beat it out, just couldn't quite do it.
You'll see some guys kind of slow up, knowing they'll get out there, get out. But Rondeau, he's a full tilt, full time type of guy.
Yeah, you gotta love those type of guys.
And now we have Stephen Quigley, the other Quigley, at bat. And he will see a strike in that bottom right corner for that first pitch. That leaves him looking. Sorensen delivering the second pitch. And it'll be cracked.
Uh-oh, Joe.
Right left into that parking lot, which could be an unfortunate event for a car owner.
Didn't hear anything.
Yeah, but we are
that parking lot
away.
Is in a really tough spot, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
0-2 pitch, and you will see a ball there.
Yeah, I mean that, and like we kind of mentioned, Mariners definitely don't need to be hitting for power right now. Just try to get some base runners, see if you can't spark a rally.
Another ball in there for Sorensen. Puts the count to 2-2. Braintree White Sox are up 4-1 currently in the bottom of the 5th here at Pope Park in Acushnet. 2-2 pitch will be in there for strike 3 in that top right corner, getting him looking. Really seeing Sorensen paint the corners here, Cam.
And some disgruntlement from Quigley. I definitely think it's warranted because that pitch was definitely in the outside part. I guess it just catches a piece, and we've seen umpires all season long be pretty favorable with that outside part of the plate. I guess you kind of have to stake your ground early on and stick to it, and they've done exactly that, so I guess you can't complain.
Even as we cited earlier, the umps being pretty lenient on those corners, and seeing that there again, that's obviously a very debatable pitch for anyone who's watching. Now we have top of the order back up with Dan Cook taking two straight balls.
And on that topic, I think you kind of have to favor the pitcher. I think it's a little tougher to be hitting a little strike zone compared to swinging at something close. I think in the pitcher's defense, you got to swing.
Dan Cook takes a crack at it, but it'll be just fouled off to the right side.
Speaking of swinging.
Yeah, Cook has been one to make some contact in the past. Obviously, last Sunday hitting a home run right over center for a solo shot.
You had the DiMatteo moonshot, and then you had the Cook rope. Frozen rope, I should say.
Frozen rope.
It was frozen solid.
2-1 count now. Sorensen delivers. And that'll be a breaking ball in for strike 2.
And I can't see Cook's eyes from back here, but I have to imagine they just lit up at that hanging curveball.
Oh, looked like it was hitting his chin at first, but then just drops right down in that strike zone, painting that top right corner yet again. And that'll be fouled back. A little high pitch, but Cook still makes contact and puts it over that backstop, keeping the count at 2-2 with 2 outs.
Still alive.
Still trying to decrease this 4-1 lead by the White Sox. And 2-2 pitches in for a ball down in that bottom left corner there. Now a full count with 2 outs. No runners on base. Dan Cook is up to bat, leadoff hitter. Sorensen comes in with the full count pitch, and that'll be another walk for Dan Cook, the league leader in walks. So I can't say I'm astonished that he made it on base there off of a walk, Cam. But
is that true? Huh? He's a league leader?
Yeah, I think that's his 18th walk of the year.
Wow. And where did he go to school? I know you know.
Western Oklahoma.
Western Oklahoma.
He is a graduate, just like similar to probably all of these Braintree White Sox players.
Graduates, you think?
Yeah. They it is rumored that Braintree's average age is probably a little higher than the rest of the league, which is nothing wrong, but it is what it is. Now we have Noah Holland up to bat. 0 for 2 so far, taking out 1 strike.
Sorry, Joe, I'm going to correct you there. I think there was a substitution here, and that's Alex Sorrenti.
Oh, my apologies, Cam. Alex Sorrenti coming in. Left fielder, another strike, looking in that outside on the right. And Sorrenti, Cam, has been he hasn't been too electric on the offensive side, but on the defensive side, he has made some of the top plays for this Mariners defense this year.
Yeah, but I could correct you again and say he hit that game-tying home run a few weeks back to force it to extra innings and actually help the Mariners get a win there. I believe it was against the Aztecs.
I completely forgot about that, to be completely honest. And Sorrenti, known for doing, being a two-way player, but striking out there to end the inning off of a high ball that he went swinging at. Now we are in to the top of the 6th.
Yeah, Joe, and I might leave you here by yourself while I go to the bathroom.
That is perfectly fine.
Kind of entertainment you got. We'll see what
We're now in the
solo act.
middle of the 5th inning here in Pope Park for Cranberry baseball. And for any of you out there listening, I should say, it is a beautiful night at the moment. And really, neither team could ask for better baseball conditions on this pretty clean-cut field. And we will still see Mike Quigley in there. As I was saying before, Mike Quigley has had some pretty good important performances as of lately. On Sunday, up against the, I want to say Plymouth Brewers it was, striking out 8 of a possible 9 players. And just showing off how impressive he really is, throwing some heat out there, probably reaching the low 90s with that pitch speed. And he only has faced one batter so far, which happened to be Matt Nicholson, but he did indeed strike him out. And coming up in this top of the 6th inning, he will be facing Matt Muir, who, as we've talked about in the past, is a very good hitter, to say the least. Probably the best hitter in Cranberry baseball. He did ground out once, but he also had a single off of an error to shortstop. And here he will be up again to see what electricity can come out of the bat. And first pitch will be inside, but still good for a strike. And Cam, I think you're definitely right with the leniency of these umpires when it comes to outside pitches. And that will be strike 2, as he has the premier batter swinging and missing at a fastball.
Yeah, you hear Coach Charette there. A good piece of coaching. Hollers out to his shortstop to let him know that the last 2 times Muir was up, he hit it over his way.
Yeah.
Stay on your toes.
And 0-2 pitch will be grounded. And he keeps himself alive there.
See, you switched seats on me, Joe, huh?
Yeah, I just wanted that microphone leverage, I guess you could say. And still 4-1 score in this top of the 6th inning here. And Quigley comes in high for ball 1, making the count 1-2 here. Mariners only have a couple more shots now to erase this deficit, and he will now get Muir swinging for strike 3, swinging hard at that, and Quigley striking out 2 of 2 batters and really carrying that momentum of last Sunday into today, Cam.
Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good start there. Throwing some cheddar.
Ricky Smith, who, as I previously said, came into today with about a 357 average, I want to say. And
just based on your math.
According to my metrics. First pitch will be high for ball 1.
again, I mean, they need to get Quigley a tighter cap. Every time he throws his fastball, it comes off a little bit, and he's got to fix it. This goes to show how hard he's really throwing.
Yeah, while you were gone, I was projecting that he throws probably in the low 90s, Cam, for anyone out there wanting an estimate, and that will be fouled right back to make the count 1-1. And Quigley, I mean, you can't ask for much more from a pitcher. Striking out 8 on Sunday, 2 today, 10 strikeouts in I think now 4 innings. Very impressive, and that'll be a ball high and outside for 2-1 count now. And I think this is the pitcher they want in against this team, against the best team in the league, to try to hold their offense so their own offense could get some runs on the board without allowing any more themselves. And another low one in there to make the count 3-1. So Ricky Smith here, feeling probably not as nervous with the 3-1 count, but still got to be a little cautious with Mike Quigley at the mound, and he will be swinging hard at that one. Now for a full count, 1 out on the board, and I feel like I noticed this a lot last Sunday, Cam, but Mike Quigley was always down in the count, always had like 2 or 3 balls, but he always found a way to battle back and still get that strikeout. We'll see what he does here on this full count pitch to Ricky Smith, and he will get him swinging for another strikeout, Cam.
Right on cue there, Joe.
Yeah.
Good call.
And now he has struck out 3 of a possible 3 batters, and I can't say enough good things about this guy, Cam. It doesn't seem like he has much cheese other than that one fastball, but that fastball really seems to be a tough one to hit.
Finding his groove.
Now we have Chris Hardery up at the bat. He's the DH, and first pitch, Quigley will have that in there for a strike. And Chris Hardery, the DH for the Braintree White Sox, came into today with a 71 batting average, as Cam was saying before, only 1 hit and 14 at-bats. Today, he has flown out twice, once into right and another one to second base. Quick time there by the batter. Quigley with the 0-1 pitch will be high and outside for 1-1 count now. And now, facing the bottom of the order here, it gets a little easier after striking out the 2 best hitters, arguably, on this Braintree team. And that'll be outside for ball 2. Quigley with the 2-1 pitch, 2 outs. And that'll be cracked into center field, but Mitch Lundholm gets there in time to make the play for the 3rd out of the inning, and no damage done at all by that Braintree offense, Cam.
No, it's your guy Quigley out there doing a good job too, and any contact you are making with a pitch is, I guess, going to be hit pretty hard there, but it's not going to be easy to put it in play in a good spot, I should say, with Quigley throwing so hard, but he's doing a good job. He's keeping the score where it is. Mariners need to get the bats going here and try to score some runs.
Yeah, and kind of to kick it over to some other sports, Cam. I don't know if you were watching the PGA Championship today, first major of the year.
You know, I got to see a little bit of it right before I left to come here. What'd you have in mind? What was the...
I just wanted to know your thoughts. Jason Day, as I know so far, I don't know if anyone in the late afternoon has taken the lead, but has the sole lead at 5 under. Brooks Koepka is right up there in second place. As you may know, he's won the past 2 PGA championships.
Yeah, it seems like whenever it comes around to this, well, not this time of year, I guess it's a different time of year than usual, but anytime it comes around to a major, Brooks just turns it into that extra gear where he's able to pull a little extra out of the tank, I guess. And
yeah, he's been famously quoted by saying that in a major tournament it's only about a competition between 10 or 11 guys because the other guys just can't handle the mental capacity of what it takes to win a major.
He's been quoted to say some pretty crazy stuff too. He says that he doesn't really remember holes 9 through 16.
Yeah.
He just doesn't remember what happens during those holes. He thinks golf's too long, which I guess he's a little right about that. Maybe they could speed up the pace of play, but to say that as a professional golfer, to say that you black out for a few holes and just don't even know what's going on? I mean,
and still have the success that he has.
Yeah, I don't know if that's cockiness or like lazy. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I guess it works for him.
Yeah, maybe other than Bryson DeChambeau, one of the most interesting golfers on the tour.
Yeah.
Now we have Mitch Lundholm at bat, and that'll be in there, inside for strike number 1. I think Sorensen is still at the mound. Lundholm having to move his legs out of the way there to get hit. As we've said in previous games, he is one of almost probably as a magnet to just getting hit. As we've talked about, getting hit in the head, getting hit in the arm, I think it was. And now he has a 2-1 count on him. 2 balls.
He hit a baseball to left field for a double the first inning.
He did.
That too.
He split one right in there. Just got it over that foul line. And 2-1 pitch in there for, I think, Sorensen. High and outside to make the count 3-1. No batters on, no outs. Sorensen delivers, and it'll be a grounder to second base. Lundholm tries running it out, but will not get there in time, making it out number 1 for the Mariners. Cam, I can't be positive. I think it's the bottom of the 6th, but I'm not exactly sure. And it looks like they will be substituting Sorensen out of there after almost 6 full innings of baseball. And can't be too mad at his performance, only allowing that 1 home run. Other than that, just a couple hits. And
oh, no, yeah, it was a great performance for sure. I mean, the 1 run he allows is a home run on a first pitch swinging. Definitely a little unexpected, but
yeah.
Other than that, he had a really good showing. Yeah, I think he kind of lost a little bit of it there once that home run came in. That's when we started to see a couple base runners start to tally up, but overall, a really good job by Sorensen. He gained his composure back and finished out strong.
Yeah, for sure. And now we have number 55 on the mound. Not exactly positive of who this might be. Don't know if we'll be able to find out. If any coach could just yell over to us. But if not, we'll make do. Number 55 is his name for the current moment.
Yeah, we'll see what I can't figure out here on my handy-dandy laptop.
Throws a little bit of a sidearm type pitch, Cam, not the conventional overhand, if you may say.
Joe, why don't you tell them about the game coming up here?
Yeah, this Sunday they actually have a doubleheader. The Bourne Mariners, that is, against Canton at Franklin High School, and that'll be an interesting game because Canton is one of the teams climbing right on the back of Bourne. I think they have 18 points in record points, and the Mariners have 19. So every game from here on out is massive, to say the least. Now the number 55 will take his last warm-up pitch before we resume play here. And Drew Boley will be the first one up to the plate to face the new pitcher, number 55. Number 55 comes in with 1 out in this bottom of the 6th here. Has a comfortable 4-1 lead to be able to rely on just in case any little blips happen, but can't let anything too crazy happen here. And the first pitch will be cracked into left field, but it will be caught by whoever the left fielder may be at this time. Not exactly sure.
I believe it's Kyle Levine.
Presumably Kyle Levine. Now making it 2 outs in this bottom of the 6th here. And that will bring up Braden Killens, the so far most valuable hitter for the Mariners this game. With that home run into left field and a base hit that also went into left field. I think he will take that first one for what was a ball. I'm not exactly positive. Ump will call time. Batter just wants to regain his composure. Now at the 1-0 count, number 55 throws in for a strike. Now a 1-1 count here for Braden Killens. 2 outs on the board in this top of the 6th inning. 4-1 lead for the Braintree White Sox.
It's Paul Fahey on the mound.
Paul Fahey. Paul Fahey throws it in there, but Killens will ground it to shortstop, but not get there in time for out number 3 of the inning. And that will finish off the Mariners for the 6th, and now we will be in the 7th inning of play, making this margin of being able to come back for the Mariners team less and less by each out.
It all comes down to this, Joe. 7th inning, Thursday night action, a beautiful night for baseball. 3-run blast from Will Braden there an inning ago put the White Sox into this 4-1 lead. Now the Mariners have to hang on for another half inning, play some defense, get in the dugout, and try to make something happen.
Yeah, don't want to offend any moms out there if they're listening. Will Brennan, that is. But
appreciate that.
yeah,
definitely don't want to offend anybody.
Just want to do that for the moms. But Cam, in this middle inning, I feel like we can take this back to some sports action here. NBA bubble. I think the hottest team so far is the Toronto Raptors. 3-0 so far through 3 games, beating the Lakers.
You know, and I don't want to say this was my take. I heard it somewhere else, but the Raptors are a team to watch out for. It's a good take. The coaching. Nick Nurse is a really good coach. He's got a good team behind him that believes in him, and he's not always going out with the same game plan. He mixes it up in a game plan for different teams and do different stuff.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to try new things, and I think that's going to pay off for him, especially when the playoffs come around. I think it's not surprising necessarily that the Raptors are so good. I think they're also trying to prove something now that Kawhi is gone, and Fred Van Vliet is turning up. He turned up last year in the playoffs. He kind of had a coming out party, and he's continued it in the bubble. He's been electric for them. So
I completely agree. Yeah, I've also heard the same thing about Nick Nurse. One of the only teams to really switch up their game plan game to game. Usually teams go in with the same type of idea on how to run their offense, but they switch it up based on opponents. Kind of similar to a Bill Belichick type approach.
Right, and I was going to say the team we cheer for also has a coach, a really strong-minded coach like that who will mix things up and game plan well. I think Brad Stevens is willing to change things, but it just feels like Nick Nurse, with the group of guys he has, he knows he kind of has nothing to lose. I mean, they won the championship last year, so might as well just do their best to make a run at it. It helps when you have a guy like Van Vliet who's starting to turn up and come into his own. But like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with the coaching, and that's not always something you can say in the NBA. I think a lot of times it's you have one player on your team who's better than everybody else on the court, and that helps. You just give him the ball. But with the Raptors, I think it's more of a team effort.
I completely agree.
It helps to have a good coach.
We now have a substitution in here for
This might be the coach.
Eric Jurgen. No, it's not.
Okay.
The coach is I talked to the coach earlier today. That is not the coach. I'm not sure who this is though. But he will take a
He looks like he could be the coach.
He does. He looks I feel like a lot of this team looks like they could be the coach. They're a very old, mature team. 1-0 count will turn into a 2-0 count with the pitch in the exact same spot.
His name is George.
All right. Mike Quigley. Oh, it'll be cracked to shortstop, and he will not be able to get there in time, making it out number 1 for George.
Yeah, and George is a home run hitter. He was lucky to make it halfway down the base path there.
Wow. It looks to me as if Mike Quigley is not on the mound anymore. If that's
it looks like
Mike
you would
Quigley's
be
number
correct.
45.
Mike throws with his right hand.
I'm not sure who number 30 is. Also not sure why they took out Mike Quigley.
38.
I'm not the coach. Coach Nate Charette is a phenomenal coach, phenomenal guy, so I cannot judge anything that he does.
Yeah, stick to the booth, Joe. And now as the next batter is in, George is just getting back across towards the dugout.
Ball 1 in there for Kyle Levine. That'll be a strike. Swinging hard is Levine. Trying to really go out there and aim for those trees over in right center. Kyle Levine had a stand-up double on a mistake by the left fielder. I forget who it was before Sorrenti, but he had an unfortunate turn
Boley.
of events. Drew Boley took one off the leg, it looked like, and obviously in pain. Maybe a reason to why he got subbed out by Sorrenti. Now with a 2-1 count. 3-1 count, my apologies. Kyle Levine up against number 30. We're not exactly sure who number 30 is at the moment.
38.
38. And he will take ball 4 for a walk.
Trying to figure it out, Joe. Give me some time. I'm doing my best.
And Mike Muir now is up to the bat with 1 on first, 1 out. 4-1 lead for these White Sox over the Bourne Mariners. My apologies. Top of the 7th. And he'll crack it to first base, and he will throw that to second, and the double play chance is not there as Mike Muir beats out the double play opportunity. First baseman had to throw it to the shortstop and then try to get back in first base in time for that second out, but was not able to do that. So with a runner on first now, there's 2 outs, and Will Brennan, the slugger, one of the sluggers on the team, I should say, is up to bat. And the first pitch will be in there for ball number 1. 2 outs for Will Brennan. No one on. Actually, my apologies, man on first. And he will crack that one into left field, just short though. And Alex Sorrenti will make the play. A little scary. Had to extend his arm there, but that will close out the inning.
Yeah, he just overran it. Had to reach back, like you said, and make sure he grabbed it. Just barely does. But a nice little outing. I'm trying to figure out who 38 is. I guess it doesn't matter at this point now that he's finished things up.
Yeah.
It still matters. Believe me, it matters.
Unless the Mariners come in here for 3 runs to finish out this bottom of the 7th, take it into extras. But right now they haven't been able to make much contact other than that one home run. They've had a few hits, few doubles, but not much luck here on the offensive side for the Mariners, which...
Yeah, it'll be Matt Cook, I believe, unless there's another substitution.
Which could...
I could have been wrong about Alex Sorrenti, to be honest with you now, because now that I'm looking at him, it looks like Alex Sorrenti. So, I apologize. I believe that's Alex Sorrenti there, getting ready to come up to bat.
Who did you say the pitcher for?
It's Paul Leahy.
Paul Leahy.
It's just a big puzzle, and we're trying to put the pieces together.
Exactly, folks.
We got the starting lineups; those are always good and intact. But after that, it just goes haywire.
We don't get updated. And Paul Leahy with the unorthodox throwing motion, but didn't seem to really affect too much. Still had a pretty efficient inning to finish things out. Those last 2/3 of the bottom of the 6th there. And now we will get some play started here with maybe Matt Cook, maybe Alex Sorrenti, maybe someone else up to bat.
That is actually Nate. I'm sorry, it's Frechette. I don't know his first name off the top of my head.
I think it's Joe Frechette.
Joe Frechette. There you go, Joe.
And Joe Frechette will come up here.
Couple pinch hitters, because after him is Sorrenti, who hasn't seen the field yet.
Yeah, 2 players who have not seen the plate yet.
Pulling out all the stops.
Bunt attempt for Frechette, and it's a good one at that. And he will be just in time for a huge single off that bunt too.
Wow, and it didn't
get it into play.
Just watching him run down to first base, it didn't seem like he was going to get there in time. Leahy took his time, definitely picking the ball up to make the throw. Kind of costs him in the end as Frechette is able to beat it out by a hair.
Yeah, that call could have gone either way.
I think the little lunge too, like he's crossing the finish line, might have helped the umpire make him safe.
Good start here. Nate Charette giving some signals to Joe Frechette. And now Alex Sorrenti up with 1 on, no outs in this bottom of the 7th here. And that'll be inside, but foul tipped to that third baseline. Nate Charette making the play.
Yeah, and I mentioned to you an inning or two ago that Sorrenti had come in that game a week or two ago against the Aztecs. He hit that game-tying home run in the bottom part of the 7th inning, so he's no stranger to the clutch gene.
No, and he also made that diving play in left field. He's a highlight player, to say the least. And if you want anyone up there in the bottom of the 7th, down 3, Alex Sorrenti might be your guy.
Just took one inside that probably would have grazed his shoulder had he not moved. But
yep. Mariners definitely need a little magic right now, and Sorrenti, one of the best guys to try to make that happen.
I think it's Adam Horowitz now, Joe.
Oh, man. Oh, bat cracks.
Oh, no.
And a double play, unfortunately, straight back to the pitcher to end that game. Frechette took a little lead, thought that was going to be hit a little better, and ended up tagging out the bat. And batter breaks his bat, throws his bat.
He's going to get ejected. Had the bat was chipped a little bit. And yeah, to go back to the play, it was a broken bat, little blooper hit back to the pitcher. He caught it in the air, threw over to first for the double play. And now Horowitz obviously a little upset about that, had the bat break, so he just finished the break, make it a clean break, and then whipped the bat at the wall of the dugout. So he's going to be tossed for this potentially last out of the game.
Was a little taunted by those Braintree White Sox cheering him on there.
Hey, he had one at bat. I think he made the most of it, you know? He went down swinging and got ejected.
He left it all out on the field, to say the least.
Very casual ejection. I actually didn't see him leave the dugout, so who even knows who's keeping track.
Who's keeping track? Tyler Rondeau now up to bat. Had a single earlier in this game, and we'll see if he can get anything done here with 2 outs. Still down 4-1 in this bottom 7. He'll crack it down the third baseline. Very close to being a fair ball. Could have argued that was a fair ball, but it was called foul.
Yeah, just kind of jumped up over the base. I guess it went over the left side of the base, if anything. So yeah, foul ball, but might have been double bases too, because that was hit pretty hard down the line. Rondeau's been seeing the ball well all night.
He has.
He's been making contact.
Presumably a 1-2 count now here.
Just could do it.
This could be the last pitch of the game here. Leahy tips it.
Not if Rondeau has anything to say about it.
Rondeau tips it off Leahy's pitch and staying alive here, keeping this game alive. And what a comeback this would be, Cam, if they were able to actually get this off and maybe tie the game up, potentially win it.
Yeah, it felt like with Frechette's bunt being successful and having a man on first base that things might have started to pick up early in the inning, but unfortunate double play there, and to come back from this point would be nothing short of miraculous.
For sure. Leahy throwing in that 1-2 pitch there outside for ball 2.
The umpire doesn't have dinner reservations quite yet. Leaves that one out for a ball.
No. Could be 850 though, but you never know. Leahy in there for that. Now for the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs to Rondeau, and it'll be way outside, hitting the backstop for ball 3, now making it a full count for Tyler Rondeau. A little pressure here for Rondeau, but we'll see what he's made of here.
Certainly will.
These last few pitches for him.
Certainly will. See what Leahy's made of as well. Does he want this to go a little longer? Does he want to end it here?
Maybe Leahy has 9:30 dinner reservations. Isn't too worried about getting out right now. You never know.
You better hope they're close by.
Leahy, full count pitch, 2 outs, and Rondeau will make contact with it in right. And
it might get down.
It will get down, but it will be a foul ball, presumably.
No call from the umps. I guess it was. Everybody should know it was foul. I don't know. I think that the only job you have as an umpire is to say that it's foul. I didn't hear any call. But
yeah. Nope.
I guess we'll all just make an assumption.
Rondeau stays alive though. Made good contact there. If that was just a little left, he might have gotten that to draw.
Yeah, he was moving too on the base path. It's not like not like anybody called it foul.
He's definitely a speedster out there on the base path. Maybe not Dan Cook level, but he's up there. And now again another full count pitch for Leahy to Tyler Rondeau. Maybe a game ender, and it'll be inside for ball number 4.
Talk about an at bat.
Stay alive there.
What an at bat. fouling off pitches, staying alive, taking ball 4 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th when your team's down 3 runs. That is a great at bat.
Yeah. Anything you can do to get on base. And now Stephen Quigley is up to bat. Coach Charette tells him to do what he can. Goes for the bunt attempt, but pulls back once he sees that it's a little too outside for his liking.
Yeah, an interesting 2-out bunt. I'm not sure how I would feel about that.
Leahy looks in for the signal. Gives Rondeau a look at first now for this 1-0 pitch, and it'll be inside for ball number 2. 2-0 count now with 2 down with 1 on first. 4-1 lead for this Braintree White Sox team in the bottom of the 7th here. Mariners down and looking for an opportunity to even the game up. Leahy will be high and outside for ball number 3. Now a 3-0 count for Stephen Quigley. Can't be too mad about that. Dan Cook is in the batter's box looking to get his opportunity.
That's a really good pickoff attempt because I was going to say there's no way he swings at this pitch. Leahy trying to kind of sneak one out there and maybe get an out at first. Doesn't work. Not so fast.
Tyler Rondeau a little too quick for that. Gives Rondeau a look again. And we'll throw it in there for a strike to make the count 3-1 now. Had Quigley looking.
Yeah, I mean, the classic 3-0 pitch, you got to take it looking. That was right down the middle of the plate. It was a meatball, but you can't swing at that.
I mean,
it's got to be tempting.
You can't say never. 3-1 pitch, and it'll be outside, and Rondeau is going to try to steal it. No one there at second. And it doesn't matter anyway. A little confusion as Rondeau is trying to steal the base regardless. Neither the shortstop or the second baseman for Braintree tried getting out there. And they're debating whether he should get an advanced base from second to third or if it doesn't matter because he's coming from first to second.
Yeah, so we'll get a pitching change. The right fielder's going to come in to throw and finish this one off. Leahy was kind of holding his arm. I hope he's all right. I guess he is, but yeah, to go back to that play too, Ricky Smith, if I'm him, the catcher behind home plate, I'm a little upset with my guys in the field. He makes a real good throw down to second base. It was right by the bag. No one's there to put the tag on.
That was right on the dog.
Yeah, he probably could have had Rondeau at second.
The only one there to catch that ball was Casper the Friendly Ghost, which wasn't.
It's unfortunate. As a former Little League catcher myself, I have to think that if I'm hit a good throw down to second, no one was there to make the play. I might have a word with my guys when we get back in.
And now we get back to the top of the order for the Mariners, probably just what they want, with Dan Cook coming up to bat.
And it's Matt Nicholson coming in to throw.
Matt Nicholson, previously in right field, will now make an appearance on the mound. And this is probably the momentum that the Mariners want to see in this bottom of the 7th. Man on first and second, Tyler Rondeau and Stephen Quigley. Dan Cook up to bat. And Matt Nicholson will get a few seconds to warm up the gunslinger. So far, he's only pitched in 1 game with 3.1 innings, had the save. He's allowed 1 hit and 1 run. And he's also had 9 strikeouts. I don't really get that. And he's allowed 1 home run.
Yeah, just
9 strikeouts in 3.1 innings is highly impressive, to say the least, Cam. It's Mike Quigley level right there.
Yeah, your guy Mike Quigley.
Yeah. So
didn't last very long.
You can tell why Matt Nicholson is the closer. He's extremely efficient in those strikeouts, and 3.1 innings and 9 strikeouts, only 1 earned run. No walks either. So pretty lethal on the mound.
Yeah, but the White Sox, you don't know if Fahey might have just been fatigued or had something itching his arm a little bit and wanted to come out, but it seems like the White Sox are making sure they get this one done and seal the deal. Going to their closer with 2 outs in the bottom part with a 3-run lead.
Nicholson a safety blanket for this White Sox defense. Dan Cook now on the plate. First pitch will be in there for a strike in that bottom right corner.
Still got Rondeau out there at second base.
Yep. Man on first and second, 2 down. Braintree White Sox still up 4-1. Second pitch is in, and it'll be tipped into the glove of the catcher. Can't remember his name at the moment.
That's Ricky Smith.
Ricky Smith. for strike 2. Now Cook down 0-2 early, 2 outs. We'll see if Nicholson can finish him off, and he does for strike number 3 to end the game. Gets him looking, and Dan Cook cannot be too satisfied with that as the Braintree White Sox finish it off, winning the game 4-1 over the Bourne Mariners. And Cam, can't be too mad about that. I just want to get your initial post-game thoughts.
Yeah, so the White Sox moved to 16-1. We got a little conference with a player and the coach with the umpire, just probably talking some things over. But yeah, I mean, I think it's unfortunately for Jay Morris. He throws a really good game there, allows the 1 run in the first inning, and then the 3-run shot from Will Brennan, I believe it was, that kind of sealed the deal for the White Sox to win the game. Kind of came at the end of Morris's campaign there, and unfortunately the Mariners couldn't tack on any more runs after that. So that was kind of what sealed the deal. But I think if you're the Mariners, you're pretty happy about the way you played today. You're facing the toughest team in the league. You hold them to 4 runs. Can't really get things going on your own side offensively. You only score 1 run, but I think it's still a pretty good showing here today. And both of these teams are definitely going to be top seeds in the playoffs, and they definitely have a good chance to make a run at things. So it's a great game. It's fun to watch. Happy to be here with you, Joe.
Thank you. I was very happy to be here with you, Cam, and I completely agree with everything you said. And we are now signing out here from Pope Park in Acushnet, Massachusetts. White Sox beat out the Mariners 4-1 in a pretty high stakes game here. And we just want to say thank you to our 3 valuable listeners out there tuning in to listen to me and Cam talk about some good old Cranberry League baseball, presented to you by WMUA, and we are signing out. Hopefully all of you have a good rest of your Thursday night tonight.